Ahoy, fellow buccaneers, sailors, and spectators! We are pleased to share, once again, our pirate life adventures with you. This episode is kind of like a second take on our Life at the Yard episode we released at the beginning of last year's season. We are now proudly introducing the additional changes and improvements we've made on Forevermore this year to prepare it for our big projects. On the menu for this year, the scary crossover, the adventure of a lifetime, crossing the dirty, mighty Atlantic Ocean towards Europe. That is not good.
The North Atlantic.
Okay. 5.
You don't have to
Shut up!
The mighty North
I'm recording!
Atlantic.
I'm keeping it, but now I'm going again, but stop interrupting me. So, how do we make it all happen? Step 1. Get our tushies back on our vessel.
So, we're back at the boat storage, which is really in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. But the great thing about it, even the hurricanes can't find this place because it's so far-fetched. So that's why we store it here, because it's very safe, actually.
Step 2. Reopen the vessel. And for Hugo, manage his first mate and girlfriend's hysteria because mess give.
Oh, sorry.
Damn it! Step 2. Reopen the vessel. And for Hugo, manage his first mate and girlfriend's hysteria because mess gives her anxiety.
I've made a bit of a livable space. Just some stuff in the back corner there. I started baking the bed. Those are all the cushions and stuff. I took them out just to let the humidity out. So slowly but surely, we're gonna work our way till our boat is livable again.
Step 3. Make all or most of the proper adjustments needed in order to turn our beloved good old Morgan West Indies into a Super Saiyan. Last year, we made a bunch of changes, including adding a new bimini, dodger, and a roll furling boom. Here are the quick and not so quick fixes we've made this year. Changing the sealing gland and cage.
Over here, we had a problem. There was water coming in from the rudder. So we actually had to undo all of this, remove everything, and then take the rudder off to fix that. My dad did that part. It was very nice. Now we repainted everything, changed the new tubing, new safeties everywhere, repainted everything, and then we made some here. We're gonna have some plexiglass later on with some tablets.
Moving the fridge compressor to make more room inside.
Compressor from our fridge, and it used to be in the kitchen. I was taking a lot of storage space. So we just moved it into the kitchen.
Repainting all of the cockpit storage units.
I lost Alexia. Where is she?
Where?
It appears to be my favorite spot down here.
What are you doing?
I'm painting.
Nice hat.
Thank you. But my hair doesn't become gray. I'm not doing it. So Dora, what's up? What's the roll furler? Where are you putting some sails in the front?
It sails much better when you're going downwind. Like a spinnaker, without the trouble of the spinnaker. And you're gonna have a bigger sail and a smaller sail that can use when it goes upwind, depending on if it's strong wind or soft wind. Not so strong. Roll furler. I also have to put a new plate here. Two loud has 2 roll furlers in front.
And all these little tasks.
Here, install new deck plates. for the chain plates. These things, change them to new ones. They were rusted out.
Hugo discovered not only do we have cockroaches, but we have termites as well. So we spent the morning like cleaning and disinfecting and putting some insect repellent everywhere in this little bag. Also, fun fact, as I was cleaning the storage area, I found this little wasp bed and a bunch of wasps came out flying out of the thing of the storage area. That was lovely. This is another toilet for the first time. This is not poop or mold. It looks like an insect nest.
We routed this to route this into the entrance of the toilet. Just rerouted a lot of plumbing here. We repainted the mouse. Trying to have more storage space. Still need to paint it.
Story of our life on this boat is finding screws and bolts everywhere.
And now we have, on the boat you have to have spare for everything, so we have a really nice collection of spares. And now whenever there's a loose one, we put it in a box. And once a year we have to put them back in a sorted manner.
What he's not saying is that that's just one bucket and there's 4 more in the corner over there.
Arrête de me filmer s'il te plaît, là, c'est pas drôle.
Really? As getting a shot of you working like I work in the tiny corners that I swear all the time. I was happy to see you swear and scream like I always do in these corners. It looks like you found a very good way never to do this again. It's not fair.
Step 4. Make our baby look sexy. A brand new paint job on the hull.
You're not going to give a copy of that to the FBI, are you?
Promise.
Oh.
So explain to me the technique you're using and why.
This is an air dry paint, single part. So what I'm doing is I'm using a trim roller. I'm trying to put it on as evenly as possible. Instead of trying to do the roll and tip. I did not apply paint to this. I'm just coming back and using it as a smoother, same thing as roll and tip, but roll and roll. See?
Refurbishing the rub rails and a brand new hand-painted name on our transom. It only took me 5 hours. Step 5. Put our pirate ship in the water in order to start our 2022 adventures. Fixing both our motors.
What's happening with our engine, Hugo?
It's not cooling down here. What's wrong with it?
Are you on the verge of figuring it out or not really yet?
Maybe. Disassemble a bunch of things. The metric.
Here's to the classic fixing our dinky motor that doesn't work
Every year.
every year. You opening the alternator?
No, the carburetor.
Carburetor.
Fixing our good old autopilot.
Installing the autopilot. Let's hope that it still works. Because let's remember last year it did not want to work. Hugo, what are you doing right now? What happened today?
Oh, I know, after a lot of we went to what people call a sea trial.
Which went horribly.
I just lost my key at the bottom of the boat. Normally, we should be drinking margaritas, which we already did. Chilling, swimming. And I'm fixing a fucking boat. And they think it's all fun and pleasure. I had not had much fun so far. But we went to do what we call a sea trial, just to realize that our autopilot, which worked fine last year, is not working fine this year anymore. So
changing the mainsail.
We're putting on a brand new mainsail. Middle of the channel with all the boats creating waves for us. Cool, cool, cool. We're excited to sail this new sail for the first time, Hugo.
Yeah, 2 brand new sails to test today. On the first sail, we're gonna actually sail them overnight. Test them out really good.
Installing a new wind indicator. As you can tell, we got lots in store for you this year. Hang tight, eye on the horizon, and stay tuned for the next episode of Pirate Life Adventures.
So, we're officially off, see?
And we're on our way. Let's get this trip started.
On our way to our next adventure.